Hey, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the Overland North Spring Gathering is all about, and I'm going to let you know what I will be doing there. And who knows, maybe you'll come too, so stick around. Hey, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV. I'm Dino, your host. Glad to see you here. And today we have a guest with us from a group called Overland North. This is Christian Walsh. Hello, Christian. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks, Dino. Really glad to be here, bud.
Hey, Christian, we're going to do this video because I want to introduce my viewers to the group called Overland North. And I understand also that the group just isn't a overland group that goes out on trips, but you actually have some other events. So could you first talk to us a little bit about what exactly is Overland North?
Absolutely. So I'll just give you the inception story. I dreamed this idea back in January of 2020. Okay. I wanted to go and meet the Dinos of the world and see the cool builds and do, like, we just don't have something like an Overland Expo up here in Canada. I looked long and hard and I found that there wasn't anything specifically in Ontario. I live in Angus. I think you're in the Tri-Cities, you know, right? So yeah, we were looking for a place to go and figure out what we were going to do for a build that we were thinking of doing. And there wasn't one. So I dreamed one up all on my own. And so that was before COVID hit. We had an interesting year, of course, but we did host an event. And I think it's worth noting that Overland North has become more of a community than just the gathering. So it's become a great group of people that get together. We do a biannual meetup in this June. Coming up June 3rd through 5th is the gathering at Albion Hills. And then come fall, we're going to do more of a rally style event that'll be based out of Muskoka, which is going to be a ton of fun too. And we get to camp out on an abandoned runway up there, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, Overland North has blossomed into this idea where we're bringing overlanders together, specifically in, you know, Ontario, Eastern Canada kind of thing. So
this will be people who have Jeeps, people who have Toyota 4Runners, Tacomas, like just anybody who's going off-road and wants to do some overlanding.
Yeah, for sure. So you're a Jeep guy, right?
Yeah.
Jeeps are very well represented at an Overland North gathering. I mean, I think we had maybe upwards of 20 at the last one, and all different, you know, shapes and sizes. The fun part is everybody has a different idea at how to build an overland rig. But then you look around the corner and there's a Land Rover Defender, and then there's a fully kitted out van over here right beside a 4Runner and a ZR2. So it's really amazing to see all the different ways that people have gone about building up their overland rigs.
I know what you mean, because I looked at your footage from last year's spring gathering and I could see all those people represented, and it was very interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about what happens at these gatherings? Like, for example, the one that's coming up in June?
Yeah, so we're not reinventing the wheel. We're going to do a bunch of things that you may be accustomed to at an event like this. So there will be clinics. We've got an amazing couple that's going to do a wilderness first aid clinic. We're going to do real life demonstrations on how to recover a vehicle safely with both winches and tow ropes. The great guys from Aurelia Off-Road Recovery are helping us out with that, which is a huge group here in Ontario. But also like an amazing feast on Saturday night that everybody can enjoy a meal together, live music. But the best part is this time is we've gone and moved to Albion Hills, which is an incredible 1,300 acre conservation area that's full of hiking and biking trails and just a beautiful surrounding, right? So to put the icing on that cake, we've got relationships with some amazing exhibitors that are going to come and show off accessories for your vehicles, everything from how to cook to, you know, a trailer that you could bring with you on your adventure. So we're really excited to bring all of these items together in one space so that people who are interested in this, and maybe they're all the way interested and they've already built a rig like you, or maybe they're just getting into it and they want to see what it's all about, we can cater to the entire community that way.
So people who want to go to this, they're going to be able to observe all this kind of stuff going on, and there's a fee to go to this, is there?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I think the best way to experience the gathering is to come and camp with us for the weekend. You get a couple of nights to engage with people, make new friends. Like, I now have lifelong connections with people from the previous gatherings, and like some really great friends from that. However, if you don't have the time or the budget to come and join us, I mean, the camping ticket, which by the way, you can find at Overland North, North spelled NTH, like this. OverlandNorth.ca. There's a ticket link in there, and it also shows you what our Muskoka gathering looked like and what you can expect at Albion Hills. But for those folks that are just sort of dipping their toes into this, you can buy a day pass ticket. It's $15 plus a small fee for the Eventbrite ticket link, and then you can come and sort of just check it out. Maybe you're not 100% committed to, throwing a rooftop tent on your Forerunner, or maybe you're just interested in meeting one of the exhibitors and seeing what they have available for sale. There will be some deals. The camping aspect includes the feast and the live music, which is awesome. Everybody gets an event t-shirt as well. So they cost more money, but they cost more money for a reason, right? So, and there's two sections of that. So there's a driver and a rig ticket, and then there's also a passenger ticket that goes along with that. But within that, it's all inclusive. So the meal is within that as well, and the camping.
So over the course of the day, there's all kinds of events, and then it culminates in the evening with a big feast and some live music and everybody socializing and meeting each other, that sort of thing. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. So we're really stoked. Like, one of the things that we did at our fall show, Dino, and you would have loved this, because it rained the whole weekend, which really potentially put a damper literally on our event. But we worked really hard to keep the fires burning through the entire rainstorm. And then as soon as the band started on Saturday night, the skies cleared up. And then there was a couple hundred overlanding faithful at Overland North in Muskoka who got to hang out, listen to some music, chill with their friends, have a cold one, and just relax in the beautiful surroundings. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we're really looking forward to June, where it's going to be a little closer to the southern area. But also, one of the things I haven't noted yet is there will be a trail run that'll take off from Albion Hills, work its way up the escarpment for a few hours, and then come back. We'll make sure those culminate before the dinner starts on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. But it's a ton of fun, man. You're going to see people laughing and having a good time all weekend.
Well, to be honest, I do recall hearing about last year's event, and on that day where I remember thinking about your event because it was raining. And when I went and looked at the event online, I did notice you guys did have a lot of fun. Like,
we did. It wasn't just raining. It rained 200 millimeters up to and during the event. It was a downpour. And here's a testament to how much fun it was, Dino. Nobody left. Right. Not a single person left the event. We all stuck it out. Everybody had their awnings out and their tents up, and just like getting through that crappy weather. And then as soon as the band started on Saturday night, the skies opened up and we had a really fun party too.
Well, I remember looking at the footage. I was pleasantly surprised to see the number of people you had attending. How many people do you think will be attending this year?
We're looking at somewhere between 200 and 300 campers.
Wow.
Well over 100 rigs in attendance, and who knows, right? So right now it's mid-April. The event is early June. There's a runway up to the show. I think we can fit a maximum of about 150, 175 rigs on site. So of course the goal is to have as many there as possible so we can have the variety that we're looking for. And then the day pass availability is unlimited. So we've got a huge space where people can come and just sort of feel things out. And it's hundreds of Overland Northers, which is a ton of fun.
That's fabulous. I will have links on the screen for my viewers to see it, where they could investigate it more. If they want to come out, I'll share with them right now that I'm actually going to be there as well. And so I'm pretty excited to be there.
Well, this is the other part of Overland North, Dino, which is why, I'm happy to be chatting with you now, is we're going to have sort of our storyteller series as well. So you've done some amazing trips, and you can share some of that with people, and they can get a feel for what it's like to go to the Maritimes. Or, Nick's going to come and talk about Cape Town to London. right? He actually did that trip. By the way, he's coming in a massive expedition rig, which is super cool. But you know, the clinics happen throughout the day, the storyteller series happens throughout the day, and you can come in and just learn from people, right? It's very much about learning, and then, you know, the engagement in the community it's been so much fun to like make great friends, figure out what I want to do next. You know, Overland North in the fall, I found the quick pitch awning. It's on my truck now. You know, that's the one I was looking for, and I saw it in real life. We reached out a couple of our great exhibitors, and support the local community too, right? This is very much about supporting those that support us.
And that's what's going to be great about the event, is that people can see these items in real time. They'll be able to see that awning that you speak of and actually, you know, put their hands on it and see if it's quality that they like, or if their perspective is the same from what they saw on a video to seeing it in real life.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, when you look at the 100 or so rigs that we had in the fall, they were all similar in that they were outfitted for maybe long distance, well accompanied travel, but every one of them were different.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's really cool. There was probably, I don't know, it'd be safe to say there might have been 30 different kinds of rooftop tents.
Right,
so,
right.
And you can go up and ask Mark, hey, Mark, how do you like your tent? You know, and he'll give you real world examples of how it was beneficial, or maybe, you know, I would change this one little thing. There was a really interesting couple who came with their beautiful Mastiff last year, who are intending to go to Ushuaia this year. And Overland North in the fall last year was sort of a test run for them. And they figured out that maybe their furnace wasn't working as well as they'd like. And here's a leak that we need to fix, and those kinds of things too. So it's a good place to test your kit out for a weekend before you go on a trip as well.
Yeah, so that's, I think, one of the highlights for people, I think, where they're going to actually be able to go and see everybody's different setups.
Yeah. But it's also the people behind the setups, right? So there's a lot of laughs that happen, and there's the pups are running around, and the kids are having fun. By the way, kids are free. So 16 and under, kids are free. If you want a meal for them, there's a small fee for that, of course. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to camp with us, we'd love to see the families. And I mean, speaking of family, this is a passion for me, but over the last couple of years, it's become one for my wife as well. And now she has her own rig.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because she's 100% in. She wants to be involved, right? So it's very much about the people as much as it is the things that they use to get out there.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned that it is a family event, so people can come with their whole family.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a family event. And one of the challenges that we have with our hobby here is that overlanding and off-roading are not the same thing, right? So it's not like rev limiter with Bud Light in your hand going up the side of a cliff. It's more, how do we get to where we want to go and do interesting things as comfortably and well kitted out as possible. And in my opinion, the best way to be comfortable is to have the people I love with me in the vehicle. And even better, now my wife has her own, so we can go do this thing together, and she can get some confidence driving her own rig, which is a beautiful 2004 runner that you know, she's taken a shine to, so for sure. So yeah,
that's amazing. So I'll have the costs and the links and everything up on the screen. And just a reminder for people who may not be entirely sure, or may not want to camp and be there the whole weekend, there is the day pass where they can come just for the day to check out some of the rigs and that sort of thing.
Right, which includes access to Albion Hills, right? So you can come and just have a day in the beautiful conservation area, go ride your bike for a bit, take a hike down by the river, whatever you want to do. But the beauty part is there's a whole section of exhibitors at the end of the parking lot where you can see all the gear. You can walk through the campsite and have a chat with people like yourself and myself, and see if this is really a thing that you want to get interested in. It's a rabbit hole. I'm pretty deep in it. I know you are too. So, you know, it's a ton of fun though, man. I can't wait to see everybody, and there's gonna be a lot of faces that we're looking forward to seeing again.
Yeah, you know, it sounds really exciting. I'm very excited to be there and be able to share what I've been doing with my rig as well. And thank you so much for meeting with me today so that we could share this information with the Cheaper Jeeper TV community. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in June on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th.
Yeah, that's great, Dino. And the cool thing is the 3rd is actually a PA day for public schools in Ontario. So right, yeah. Bring the kids. You're going to be looking for something to keep them busy anyways that day. And we'd love to see you at Overland North. You just might get the bug like the rest of us.
Now, if any of my viewers have specific questions, is there a place where they can post those questions?
Definitely. So the best way to get a hold of us, so myself and my team, I got a great group of guys that are working with me on this. Join the Facebook group, the Overland North Facebook group. We're very responsive if you send us a note on Messenger. The website at overlandnorth.ca, there's a spot there to reach out to us as well. And if you want to call me, feel free. I'm happy to answer any questions. But yeah, Facebook is the best way to find us. We also have an Instagram site where there's lots of cool pictures and a way to get a hold of us there as well. So lots of options.
Okay. Well, Christian, thank you so much for meeting with me. And to my viewers, we'll see you there at Overland North on June the 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
We'll see you there. We're really looking forward to it, Dino. Cheers.
Hey, that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. I hope you found it interesting. In fact, I hope that you come to the OverlandNTH Spring Gathering. If you don't, please remember to hit the subscribe button and the alert bell so you'll be notified when the video of my coverage of that event is released. Until the next time, I'm Dino for Cheaper Jeeper TV. Be well, stay safe, take care.